North Carolina lawmakers demanding answers following that brutal murder of a young Ukrainian woman on a Charlotte light rail train.
Yeah, it really is tragic. The killing, they argue, proves the revolving door justice system is putting communities and its people at risk. And now the system itself is on trial. Newsmax crime correspondent Jason Mattera has more on this.
A madman, a lunatic.
She fled war in Ukraine for safety in America. But 23-year-old Irina Zarutska was murdered on a Charlotte train by a man who never should have been there. Despite a long history of violence and a documented mental illness, this career criminal kept walking free, thanks to a system that doles out wrist slaps instead of punishment.
This gentleman has been arrested 14 times. These liberal judges, they want to send these gentlemen and ladies for mental health evaluations, and that's well and fine, but there's no follow-up. They don't have to adhere to those policies. They just are back on the streets doing the things they do.
Brendan Jones, the House Majority Leader for the state of North Carolina, argues that the problem isn't mysterious. Progressive DAs and judges are running a catch-and-release program for felons. Part of Jones's reform plan, mandatory oversight before violent offenders walk free, a public registry for those declared mentally unfit, and state-level accountability for judges and DAs who turn criminals loose.
If these liberal politicians won't do the right thing, we're going to force to have crime and order in North Carolina.
Brendan Jones also called out Charlotte's mayor, not for what she said, but for what she refused to say. Instead of condemning the savage murder, she praised those media outlets that decided to keep the security footage hidden from the public.
She's more worried about the criminal than she ever was the young lady that passed.
Irina escaped war abroad, but fell to what Brendan Jones calls revolving door justice here at home.
We're going to help you, Charlotte. We are going to do what it takes, regardless of the politicians, the mayor, the council, the DAs. We're going to make sure that North Carolina is the safest state in the union.
And Mark, Charlotte is currently not safe. The House Majority Leader added that the crime rate there is 97% higher than in other cities around the country. 97% higher than other cities. Part of his reform agenda is he wants to actually bring in DAs and judges to testify at hearings to have them defend their decisions. And the case in point is this Charlotte killer was arrested in January for misusing 911. He was telling officers that the man-made substance had invaded his body. He appears before the judge. The judge knows that he's nuts, knows that he has a violent history, and just lets him out, pre-trial release. And we know what happened months later.
It's so horrific and just so tragic. And as you said, it's a crime that didn't have to happen. Jason, thank you.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.